Hello, I'm Mathieu from Ludovox, and today I am going to give you a brief overview of Fields of Green. So Fields of Green is a drafting game for 2 to 4 players, ages 12 and up, and it plays in around 45 minutes to an hour. So in Fields of Green, you are farmers and you want to create the best farm in the world. And you do that through victory points, and you have 4 years to do so. So having the best farm in the world is not a simple matter. You're going to draft cards because the government is going to give you special facilities to build that farm. And you're going to draw these cards from these piles, and the piles correspond and match a different type of building or field. So you have, well, the fields, which allow you to create food, which may be oranges, cereals, vegetables, whatever. But they need water to prosper and to thrive. You have livestock, and livestock needs food, which is produced by the fields. Well, this is easy enough, right? Then you have constructions, which are sheds or things that allow you to have a better control over your farm, and also you can obtain these tiles, these equipment tiles, which allow you to improve your structures. So for example, I could have hose pipes for my water tower so that the water goes further, or I could have fences for my fields, which makes them better. We have a few examples like this. So it's basically having freebies. And then we have buildings. And buildings are scoring, endgame scoring for choosing a path rather than the other. And finally, these two are available, but not for the taking right away. We have additional water towers and silos for you to build. So you're going to choose a hand of 6 cards, and in most drafting games you would just draw from a random stack, and this is not the case here. You have control over it, and you're going to choose 6 cards from at least 3 of these piles. So for example, I may choose 3 fields, 2 livestock, and 1 construction. And then once everyone has chosen a hand of 6 cards, we can start playing, and we're going to select 1 card. And at the same time, we're going to reveal it, and every player is going to take an action with this card. So obviously, what we can do is play it. Play it on our farm, and then I have to pay the cost, which here is 4, so I would get back 1 from my 5. And then a card might have an instant effect, or it can have a long-lasting effect, such as a harvest effect or an ongoing effect. So the harvest effect is going to happen at the end of the turn, and the ongoing effect is permanent. So once I build my pepper here, I just give my hand to the other player, get another hand, and select another card, etc., etc. We can do also other things with our cards. So what we can do is go to the market, because sometimes we don't like the blueprint for these, and we're going to discard this card and get 2 money for the card that we discarded. Additionally, when we go to the market, we can sell our food, and we can sell up to 2 food for 2 gold every time we sell food. So up from 2 to 6 money from this action. The other thing that we can do is building a silo or water tower. So I still take the blueprints of a building, just discard it, and take a silo or water tower and pay the cost if needed. Why build those? It's simple. Food and water have to be stored in order to be used later. And there is something special with water. So hoses are not infinite. So for example, I have this pepper field here and this water tower here, and this works because the water tower can irrigate a field that is up to 2 spaces far from it. So 1, 2, I can do it. For example, if I had, let me check. I have another pepper field here. So here I would not be able to water this because 1, 2, 3, that's 1 too far. So I should build maybe another water tower and try to fill it. Well, it comes full of water, but I might have to fill it first. And then we do that until our hands are empty. And when the hands are empty, what we do is the harvest phase. So in the harvest phase, we do the harvest effects, which are effects on the cards. For example, on the peppers, I have to spend water to get food because it's a field, so it's going to bring more and more food. And in this case, I cannot store it, so that's why I probably should need a silo, because I could store my extra food here and sell it in the subsequent rounds of the game. So as I told you, the main harvest effects are fields and livestock. Fields are going to give me food, and livestock is going to give me money for the food that I produced. We start to build an engine. So once we have done the harvest phase, we kind of make an upkeep phase to get more cards. So 6 new cards, we get a few resources back, and then we move on to playing. Once we have done 4 rounds of this, at the end of the 4th harvest phase, we count the victory points thanks to this score sheet here. So we gain victory points for the stars on our cards. Also, we can have a few tokens like this. The equipment, the leftover equipment also gives points. We have money, which gives us points. We might have food that's still stored, or empty water towers, and finally the game end abilities that we have in the buildings. And this is it. You know almost everything about Fields of Green. Bye bye, and see you on Ludovox.